Hello, you already know who I am, and if you don't, I'm the TechFleeceChef. Today we're here in the TechFleeceChef kitchen and we're going to be making one of my favorite Thai dishes, Thai Pad Krapao. In 2024, I traveled to Thailand and it was one of my most favorite trips I've ever been on. We had amazing Thai food, Pad Thai, Pad Krapao, green curry and chicken satay. But that Pad Krapao stood out and that's exactly what we're going to be making here today. My favorite thing about Pad Krapao is the umami. You get that umami from the oyster sauce, the fish sauce, as well as both soy sauces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the rice because I want that rice to cook whilst I get my Pad Krapao sorted out. I've got about 2.5 cups of jasmine rice. Now jasmine rice is preferred for this recipe because it has a bit of a softer bite and personally it's one of my favorites. It's fragrant. What's not to love? It's jasmine rice. Jasmine's a great name. So here I'm using about 1/2 cup because I've lost my rice cup and we get that in. And I'm gonna add in another 1/2 cup for good measure. Bosh! Now, please rinse the rice. You wanna get rid of all that excess starch. You don't want that rice to be coagulated and have a horrible bite. Nobody wants that. Wash your rice. General rule of thumb is I say you want to use about 1.15 cups of water for every cup of jasmine rice to be specific. Right. Now that rice is already much cleaner and you can tell by the way that water is less cloudy than it was before. 1 and 2 and a little splash. Right, get it in my rice cooker. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about our aromatics. Shallot. Shallot is really nice in this recipe and the reason I'm using a shallot is because it's got a bit of a milder and sweeter flavor compared to an onion. If you cannot find shallots for whatever reason, substitute it for a red onion. It will work just fine. Garlic, classic aromatic. You need it, don't leave it out. Bird Eye Chillies. Thai food is known for its spice, so we have to add these chilies in. If you're not a fan of chili, just take it easy on the chili, but I like my spice. Thai basil. Thai basil to me has a bit of a minty and peppery flavor. So let's prep those vegetables. I'm just gonna go in with my shallot and I'm gonna mince this quite finely because no one wants chunks of shallot in the food. I'll remove that first layer, right? And it's a beautiful shallot. I mean, lovely purple hue. Right, so I'm gonna go in here. Long, nice strips. We want to slice this quite thinly. Now I hope you guys can see my panda here because he's one of my best friends in the kitchen. He's good for holding stuff. Ooh, these shallots are making me a little bit teary. So you see me tearing up. It's not because I'm sad, they're tears of joy because we're making a fantastic meal today. You really want to make sure you use as much of that shallot up as possible. Stainless steel. I absolutely love using stainless steel. Treat it right and it can last a lifetime. You can't see them, but there are microscopic holes in this, and when you preheat your stainless steel, those holes close up and it essentially makes the pan non-stick. Now, fun fact, we actually attempted to cook on the beach yesterday. I can't actually see the flame. I don't like catastrophes. I just realized what's happening. It's so windy, the wind's actually blowing out the flame and it's leaving the gas. It needs to work. But it just wasn't going to plan because of course we live in England. Moment of truth again. Ignite. And we've got flames. So that's doing its thing. And we'll finish up with our aromatics. Now, I've talked about there being quite a lot of umami flavors. And you're probably wondering, what are you gonna use to cut that umami? And the answer to that is palm sugar. Get that garlic out of its case. Undress it. I'm gonna just chop this garlic thinly, but also rough. I'm not too bothered about the size right now. And the reason for that is because we're going to run our knife through it. Now, typically speaking, you wanna use a pestle and mortar to get all of those natural oils and juices out of the aromatics to really maximize on the flavor. Bird Eye Chillies. And fun fact, with chilies, the spice isn't actually in the seeds. It's in the pith or the membrane. Here I'm happy with how my shallots turned out. It's quite a nice mince on there. We don't want massive chunks of garlic. Plus, massive chunks of garlic, it's more likely to make your breath smell bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. Now, I'm gonna conduct something called the Leidenfrost test. And the Leidenfrost test is basically a science experiment that tells me if my stainless steel pan is preheated enough. And all I'm gonna do is get a little splash of water, put that on the pan, and it should dance around. And the pan is ready. Now, I've got a 12% pork mince here. You should really be using a 5% pork mince, but unfortunately, this was all that was available. So we'll make it work, full of contingencies. Try to use good quality ingredients if you can. It's really gonna make a difference in terms of the final product. Stainless steel spoon. If you couldn't tell, I love stainless steel. Treat it right, and it will treat you right back. I'm using olive oil here because it's a mono unsaturated fat. It's good for you. Feel free to use any other oil that you like. I'm gonna go in with about a tablespoon of oil. We'll just go in, drop that mince in. Now I'm adding in the mince here in little bits because I don't want it to all go in there at the same time and then we start developing lots of water, because essentially that meat's just gonna boil in there and we certainly don't want that. But if it does happen to you, remove the excess water or turn the heat up a little bit, let that water evaporate, and you should be left with nicely seared meat and fat. If you've got extra time, cook it in stages because it will really help with getting that crispy, seared pork. Now, call me crazy. I haven't added in any seasoning whatsoever. And the reason for that is it's just not necessary. We don't want this dish to be too salty. We let that do its thing. Let me talk to you about the pad krapao sauce. Now, ratio-wise, it's virtually a tablespoon of everything. So we go in with a tablespoon of light soy sauce first. Subsequently, we go in with a tablespoon of dark soy sauce. That pork is starting to expel quite a lot of that water that I was talking about. Turn that heat up a little bit, let that water evaporate, and then you're left with the fat and seared meat. Make sure that mince feels loved. That's how affairs start. Come on, we don't want affairs. Fish sauce, a tablespoon of that as well. Don't worry, this fish sauce doesn't taste fishy. It adds a lovely depth of umami, so please, you can't skip it. Oyster sauce, tablespoon. Right, now we've got a beautiful, deep, rich sauce, but it's not quite there yet. Pad krapao mince is now cooked at this point. We've got beautiful crispy bits and we've got nice succulent pieces of pork mince. I'm going to turn this virtually all the way off. Now, if you can't find palm sugar, substitute for a nice white sugar, that's okay. My recommendation is if you are substituting for a white sugar, add in just a couple drops of water to try to match the viscosity of palm sugar, this particular palm sugar, as close as you possibly can. We're going with about a teaspoon. We're gonna get that in. Try and get that palm sugar to be dissolved in the sauce because we don't want certain parts of that sauce to start caramelizing faster than others. Because after all, it is sugar. This is getting really nice, silky and luxurious. Pad krapao sauce, done. Couldn't get easier than that. I'm gonna get that heat back on and get my aromatics into the pan. I'm gonna add a little bit of fat, right? Just in the corner there. And I'm gonna add in my aromatics. Get that in. Listen to that lovely sizzle. This kitchen is smelling amazing. With pad krapao, we typically want to add in some green beans. So I'm gonna quickly run my knife through some of those green beans. And we've now got that shallot, garlic, and chili incorporated into this pork mince. Now these are some beautiful green beans. Get rid of that tip. And just go in with nice, small discs of green beans. Eat your 5 a day, it's good for you. Although I'm one to talk because I don't even always eat my 5 a day, so yeah, shit. Tell you what, could go in with some more green beans here. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Green beans chopped. And with these green beans, all we're gonna do is gonna get them straight into that pan. And what I'm aiming for them to do here is steam just a little bit. And you might ask, well, how on earth is it gonna steam? So here's what I'm gonna do. Bury that. 1-2 minutes, more than enough. Arguably, I'd even say we're making the UK's best pad kapow. Don't argue with me. Just don't. You'll lose. You've got that chili, the garlic, the green beans, and that pork mince. Okay, pad kapow sauce going in. What you want to do is make sure you go all the way around. You don't want to just pull it in the middle. And you're going with that. Listen to that sizzle, right? So I've got a nice swirl on that. Get all that sauce in. And you want to act sort of quickly here because that sauce is going to start to caramelize. And oh my gosh. Every time I make this, it just brings a smile to my face. Massive smile. It takes me straight back to Thailand in 2024. Everything about Thailand was amazing. In fact, I'm even thinking about going back this year. If you get a chance to go to Thailand, please do go. I'm almost sounding like I'm the spokesperson for Thailand. Give me my passport, I'm ready. I mean, look at this. Absolutely sensational. You can see how that color's transformed. It's transformed into a deep, dark, beautiful brown. And now, all that's left to do is, whilst that's going on, is grab our peppery, minty Thai basil. This is really important in this dish because it adds a certain flavor that you just can't get from anything else. Now, if you can't find this, then substitute it for perhaps a little bit of mint and a little bit of basil to try and replicate that flavor. And all I'm gonna do is just tear it and get that in, right? And what that's gonna do now is it's gonna wilt and it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Here, have the first bite. It's on me. That Thai basil wilted nicely. This is what I'm talking about. Beautiful grains of jasmine rice, ready to go. But pad kapow is not complete without a fried egg. That's exactly what we're gonna get going on now. I'm gonna get myself a non-stick pan. I am gonna go in with a little bit of oil. Well, I say a little bit, it's actually quite a lot, but I don't really want to flip this egg over. My aim is to be able to baste that fried egg with the oil. Use any eggs that you got, nothing too fancy. I've got my eggs here. Yeah, I mean, it's an egg. Crack that egg on here because this is a hard surface. And go in with that egg. Lovely. I really should be doing this in a stainless steel pan, but this is what we've got for now. Now I want to get that egg nice and crispy at the bottom and still nice and runny on top. I mean, look at that yolk. It's a beautiful color. I'm actually making myself really upset by doing this. Please do not ever use a metal spoon in a non-stick pan, but today I have to because I don't have a rubber spoon. Now what I'm gonna do is just baste that oil on top of that egg a little bit. Right, that's all we need. Get rid of that snotty colored egg. Now it's time to plate. So I'm gonna grab a little bowl and I'm gonna plate that up. Right, rice in. Now what I'm gonna do is get that on top, right? Okay, the absolute star of the show. I'm just gonna put that right next to it. Lots of that pork mince. Crispy egg on top. We've got pad kapow full of pork mince, garlic, shallot, chili, Thai basil, fried egg on top, and lovely jasmine rice. It's time to try it. Honestly, I have been waiting for this moment. Get a spoonful with that egg, right? Spoonful with that pad kapow. Massive bite, but I'm so ready to try it. Wow. It's a problem. Sometimes I wish I didn't know how to cook because when I really want food, I just get up and I make this. Give this a try. It's really easy to make. Doesn't take that many ingredients. Let me know what dish I should make next. This is my pad kapow, self-acclaimed best pad kapow in the UK. Argue with me in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a share. This has been the TechFleeceChef in the TechFleeceChef kitchen. Adios.